Hey everybody, Michael here for the Fellowship of Acoustics and
Tijmen here, hello.
yeah, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be looking for the best electric of 2026 below a budget of 2,500 euros. So some of you might be familiar with this series. We did one last year. You can check out the electric and acoustic series of below 2,500 and between 25 to 5K. In today's video, yeah, it's a new year, so we have a bunch of new guitars, a bunch of new choices. Tijmen, do you want to add anything?
Let's just find some great guitars.
Let's find some great guitars. We're both going to choose two, actually. And then you get to choose which one of those is your favorite. And as always, you can leave your comment down below or in the community poll on our YouTube page. Let's go.
Michael,
Yeah.
first thing that comes to mind, what kind of guitar are you looking for?
The one that I always wanted, but I don't have yet, which is a Strat with HSS configuration.
Okay.
So it would be nice if I could find one of those below 2,500. Below 2,500. Do you have any advice, Mr. Tijmen?
Well, I think this wall will be too expensive.
This is mostly custom shop.
Mostly custom shop,
Okay.
a couple of boutique builds.
Yeah.
We have some Kaufmans over here.
Nice.
And I'm seeing some HSS, but I think that's iconic.
Yeah, we have some Deltone, Dutch brand.
Yeah.
Shout out. But a lot of SSS.
Maybe this is something for you. It's the Music Man Cutlass,
Okay.
but it's 19 euros over budget.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta say, it would not be my first choice. I think it's not one of the traditional bodies that I would be used to, but I'm very open to trying one because I have heard a lot of players, including Barrett from our sales team, who's very happy about the neck shape of the Music Man's.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this one's just out of budget. So let's see if we can find something else. A lot of nice 355-ish kind of guitars here.
Yeah.
You pointed at that one,
Yeah, it
which
immediately
is
caught my eye.
okay.
Because I don't think I've seen this one before. This is an Eastman T64 thin line in ice blue metallic.
Yeah, T64s are very popular. We usually see them in cherry red, a lot of them.
Yeah. So this one is more so based on the ES330, but still it's fully hollow. So super resonant. And I think, only
That's 1,400.
1,400
That's a
euros.
nice ride in the middle of our budget. So
I could buy this and the other Eastman.
Okay.
Still be under budget. So this might be one I want to check out.
let's take that guitar over to a little corner that we set up to play it. But first, I'd say let's find one guitar for me as well.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of a comparison. Ooh. This might actually be a nice contender for that one.
Could be, yeah.
The Epiphone inspired by Gibson.
Yeah.
Really nice series that came out last year, I think.
It did, yeah.
They had the electrics, they also had the acoustics, and we did an entire video about that. I am very curious how this stands up to that.
Yeah.
Of course, humbuckers versus P90s.
But similar price ranges.
Similar price range, because this one's 12.19. Let's check these two out. All right, man. What are your first thoughts on this one?
Very clear sound. Plays really great, actually. You're not really thinking about playing a 1,400 euro guitar. The edges are quite rolled with the frets. It plays nice. I think the finishing work is done pretty well.
I think it's a really cool finish.
Yeah. I just really like the color of this one.
All right.
When you like the look of a guitar,
it does something as well. It does something as well.
I am intrigued how the humbuckers would sound, though.
Yeah, so maybe put that on standby. We'll do a quick switch.
First thing I notice, it's got a bit of a thinner neck than that one.
Okay.
That one is a bit more girth.
Different neck profile.
Yeah.
Sure.
Otherwise, I think they're pretty similar. I think it's more down to taste if you like a 330 more than a 335.
True.
Because I think finishing-wise and playability, they feel quite similar.
And if you would have to choose weight-wise and now that you felt it and everything, where would you lean towards?
This being semi-hollow and the one being fully hollow, that one is much lighter than this one.
That was the first thing I noticed, actually. This is light as a feather, and that's not.
Yeah. And even the Epiphone inspired by Gibson series are a bit on the heavier side often. So I think my choice, just because this one is a bit more unique and I just like the look of it.
Would be this one.
Would be this one. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
And well below 2500.
It's well below 2500. I think it's really nice in the mid-range, the T64 thin line in the ice blue metallic.
Yeah.
Is this going to be your first choice then?
It is going to be my first choice.
Let's check it out. We have teleported once again. It happens every time I film with you.
Yeah.
We're actually in the vintage room. I don't think, well, it's going to be a little bit of a hard time to find a guitar under the 2,500 euro budget.
Yeah.
We do want to have a look, but do we have anything in here that would suffice?
Well, the hard thing about vintage guitars is you only have one of them
That's true.
in store. So if one sells, you're out of luck.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are some great deals, like for example this Dan Smith era 1980 Strat, which is 2,200 euros.
Oh, really?
So
that
this
looks brand new, man. The finish on that
looks
is really
really
good.
clean, yeah.
Except for the Blitzkrieg's got a little bit of rash over here, but man, this is really nice.
Yeah, and I mean you're talking about kind of the same budget as a new American-made Fender. So it's if you're a vintage enthusiast, you might go this route. But I think other than that, it might be hard to find anything.
Well, we could have a little bit of a look around. A classic of classics. Well,
This is
not really,
not just a Les Paul, because this is the Paul.
the Paul.
That's what it was called. So
Yeah.
this one is from 1978. It's basically just a very stripped down Les Paul type model. Beautiful wear here actually. So if you're looking for something with a bit of vintage character to it, this could be really great as well for 2,200 euros.
A Strat and a Les Paul couldn't be more standard classic like that.
Yeah.
But I do think that what you said before, that does hold up. I think we should not choose a vintage guitar in today's video, because we want to show you guitars that if we choose them, you would be able to buy them as well. So let's just leave the vintage room behind and find more guitar models that, well, you can buy whenever you like.
Yeah. So something just caught my eye while we were teleporting back to the store. If you're looking for a very unique guitar, this could be the one. This is a Dynacord. I don't really know how much to say about this guitar. You probably just have to hear it when you're in the store.
It is electric.
It is electric, yeah, because it has pickups. It's not a solid body, I guess. It's pretty hollow.
But it is within budget.
Yeah, it is within budget.
I know that on the channel, we oftenly choose usual suspects, such as vintage Martins, Gibsons, which we just have a lot of.
Yeah.
But your first choice is also kind of a usual suspect, because we have a lot of Eastman.
Yeah,
we do a
we
lot
do.
of Eastman. We like the brand. I think that a brand that doesn't get enough attention was actually two. I'm gonna say Gretsch and Duesenberg.
Yeah, both great guitar builders.
So let's see if I can find something. The first thing that really caught my eye.
I think this might be a bit above the budget.
It might be above the budget, but I mean, I had to show it. Check it out. The amazing sparkly Pingwing.
Oh, yeah.
It's only slightly out of budget. I mean, it's you can look up on the website how much that costs. But let's go and see if we can find a Duesenberg that's below that 2,500 mark. I know they exist. I'm not sure if we have one right now. Simon found something.
I just found this.
And I found this. Unfortunately, we did not find a Duesenberg because we're all sold out. So that's probably a good sign about the brand. But what do you have?
I have a Synchromatic Nashville hollow body.
Yep, this looks like the one from '64 that we've had quite oftenly from the Chet Atkins series.
It does look like it. Only this one is only 1,300 euros.
That's really nice. And this is probably the cheapest guitar in our store right now, as far as electrics go. It's 517, I think, euros.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really bare bones guitar, single pickup. I'm just curious to see what you can do with it and what you think about it when you play this.
Let's plug it in.
All right, let's go. That actually sounds really pleasing. Nice, man.
I'm pretty gobsmacked that this is only 500 euros.
It doesn't sound like 500.
No, it sounds really great. And just the one pickup. This is just a super simple guitar. I mean, even compared to like the Eastman and the Upphone we just played, finishing-wise, this doesn't feel very much below that.
The thing that I noticed straight away is that, well, it's made in China, which is to a lot of people not always a good thing, but in this case, it's got binding and you cannot feel the fretwork, which is one of the first things that I always notice with cheaper guitars. Yeah. Honestly, it sounded like it made you play really easily.
It does play very easily, and even like the compensated stop bar, so you can fine tune it. Some of these are just terrible intonated, but this one you can fine tune it however you like.
Okay.
I mean the detail, even the binding and the thumb inlays on the fretboard for just 500 euros.
It is pretty rad.
Yeah.
I think I'm definitely keeping this one in mind as a choice, just because it's so cheap.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what it would sound like if maybe a guy like Tom would play it later on. But before we go to that, I'd say let's try this one, the Orange Nashville. It does make you play different stuff straight away.
It does. I think that's because of the Bixby.
It's probably because of the Bixby.
I mean, Gretsch is just such a vibe with a Bixby.
Very true.
This is not really the type of guitar I would normally play, but still, I mean, like the standard we've had so far.
Yeah.
If anything, I'm even more amazed about the other Gretsch because I've played this. Just, I mean, that's a third of this price already.
Yeah.
And that even holds its own to get to this one. This is a bit more versatile. So if you're looking for versatility, this would be a better choice.
I mean, it's the classic, very cool Gretsch look.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely players out there that are looking for this sound. And for this price tag, you've got it.
Yeah, it's a lot darker than any of the guitars we've played, or at least the ones that I've heard so far. So that's probably just because of the pickups, because we've got the amp, which is a Boogie Fillmore actually set. Everything is set to 12, literally. So you're getting the unfiltered pickup sounds from all of these guitars. So yeah, the output was a bit lower. We did crank up the channel gain a little bit, which is why it was a bit grittier than the other one. Nice guitar, nice looks, but I do agree with Timon. Right now, I'm actually really blown away by the fact that this guitar is only 500 euros brand new.
Yeah.
It sounded nice. It sounded like it made you play really nice, which happens sometimes. Haha, just kidding. No, it was really nice. So yeah, I'm doubting if I should look for anything else or if I should just choose this one and then find another one that's really at the top of the budget.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's the right choice.
That's the right choice? Yeah, really curious. I'd say let's just go with this one. It's probably, like I said, the cheapest guitar in the store. 517 euros. The Somatic Jet Club 1 pickup steel olive. The Gretsch Electro...
What's it called, Marco?
Yeah, let's just go with the Jet Club.
Yeah.
Electric guitar store area from the villa, then you actually end up in the sale area first. This little corner of electrics, these guitars are always on sale, or at least once every month or something. It cycles a little bit. But with this also, I would say let's not choose one because they might be more expensive in the future.
Yeah.
Let's go over here. Now this takes me back to my early 20 years when I was playing metal band with EMGs. Not kidding. I actually did not own an ESP, but my band member did.
Wow.
And he actually owned a matte black Gibson Explorer as well, which I thought was really cool. You don't see those too often. This is the Outlaw from 2009, and this is Berend's first choice, of course. If you would choose any guitar, it'd probably be this one, right?
It's always this one.
Look how good it looks on you.
If I had to choose my 5 favorite guitars, it would be 5 times this one.
Not kidding though. I think it's pretty rad, pretty cool. I really like the finish, but it's not going to be my choice today. One model that Timon actually pointed out to me before we started shooting. I didn't even get to see these guitars when they came in.
Yeah.
Apparently we had like 8 of these and there's only 2 left.
Yeah.
It's an Ed Sheeran signature.
These were announced at NAMM. So on the first side you might think, oh, cool color. It's a Hollow Body 2, a Hollow Body 1 I must say. However, you might not see this on camera, but it has a longer scale length because it's a baritone.
So it's an Ed Sheeran signature hollow body baritone.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's pretty rad. It is within budget.
Yeah, it is. These are
$17.99.
These are quite limited. So if they sell out, you're not going to get a new one.
Okay, that's true. So let's not choose this one, but I mean, check it out. It's pretty rad.
Probably one of the best looking guitars, I think personally, is this Deltone Telecaster.
Dutch brand.
Dutch brand, yeah. 2 P90 pickups. And talking about Duesenberg before, this has a Duesenberg trem.
Yeah.
So it's the only Duesenberg we have left yet.
Oh, that is funny. It's actually a Deltone with a literal Duesenberg trem. Yeah, you don't see that too often.
Yeah.
Nice German-Dutch collaboration going on.
Some Fender amp knobs. So it basically looks like a bit of a parts cast.
And it is €1 within budget. But the really nice thing that why it's also very popular amongst Dutch conservatory students is the quality. It's really a custom shop kind of quality.
Yeah, it is.
But you don't pay, Fender kind of money.
No.
It's $2,500. There is another Dutch brand which is also very popular. I'll try to find one of those. The brand that I was actually talking about is Kaufman Guitars, the other Dutch brand in our store. They build a lot of nice replicas of, Strats, Offsets, Tellys, a lot of brands, a lot of models I should say. However, this one is $21.99. Pretty cool. I will keep it in mind, but Timon is standing right over there off camera with something he wants to show as well, I think.
I just spotted this. So this is a used guitar, it's a trade-in.
Okay.
However, just look how beautiful this finish is. It's a sparkling burgundy.
Okay.
So Telecaster humbucker in the neck, which is quite unique. And this one is only €1,350. So it's a pretty good deal for an, what is it? It's US made even, US made Fender.
Really nice. Yeah. That is something we should mention though. We're not choosing guitars that, like we said before, that you can buy once it's sold. But trade-ins often get you a really good deal.
They do, yeah.
Like that one we also saw in the vintage room. We saw some trade-in guitars that were vintage, below $2,500. Yeah. And there are a bunch of them in the store actually. You should check out our site, usually in the outlet page, or you can just filter on that option.
Yeah.
We have a lot of trade-ins, which always offer a nice budget option. We're back in the solid body corner.
Yeah. Les Paul realm. So actually, I thought a standard Gibson US model would be dearer than 2,500, but I have here a Les Paul standard 60s in iced tea, and this one is below 2,500.
Yeah, it does depend on the finish and the exact model, because we also have one right over here, which is also a Les Paul standard, a brand new one, but this one is $26.99.
Yeah, they're all in the same around 2,500
Around
range.
2,500, but this one would be able to choose.
We even have a 50s one as well.
Okay. Oh, and it's also, let me hold this one.
Also within budget.
Ooh. White pickups or pickup covers?
Ooh. To cover or not to cover?
I do like the finish on this one actually.
I do, yeah.
The tobacco vintage gloss, pretty cool. Both Les Paul standards. I'd say let's at least just play one.
Yeah, I like that one more, I think.
You like this one more?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take this one. Before we leave this corner, there's actually someone behind the camera who urged us to pick this guitar.
Yeah.
Why, Laura? Do you like the color?
Yeah.
Nice. I do like the color as well, which in this case is just Pelham Blue. Yeah, really cool. This is a reissue, the SG from Epiphone, a brand new one, and it's well within budget. It's $13.99.
Yeah. another inspired by Gibson custom shop.
Another inspired by Gibson custom shop.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. But we've already tried an Epiphone today, so I would like to try a different brand.
Okay.
But a very cool guitar for a really nice budget.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Laura, just kidding. We're going to make you happy. We're going to try this one out as well, the Epiphone inspired by Gibson, the SG in Pelham Blue, right?
Let's go, yeah.
Let's try that one first.
It's a Les Paul.
It does what a Les Paul does.
Yeah. I mean, it's a Gibson.
Uh-huh.
You can feel a bit more maybe attention to detail compared to the Epiphones we had before.
Yeah, the inspired by the 335
Yeah,
we played,
also the weight, even though this is a Les Paul, I think it might even be lighter than the ES we've had.
Really?
Yeah. So that's kind of more, I like the humbucker look actually.
It is pretty
I do,
nice.
yeah. But I'm also intrigued what that guitar would sound like.
Okay,
So let's check those humbuckers out as well.
This one out as well then. All right, dude, that actually sounded pretty killer.
Well, I really like the entire Epiphone inspired by Gibson range after today, because this one is also really great, and I'm liking the color more and more. So Laura has a great taste in colors, yeah. Even though I think I'm more of a fan of the Les Paul model,
Okay.
so I think I'm leaning towards that choice,
Ooh.
even though this is a really great guitar.
Honestly, I've only been standing on this side of the amp today, and I really liked the way that this sounded. So I think we should do this then. How about you take this one?
And I take
I
this
take
one.
this one. And let's say that these are our final choices.
I'm happy with that choice.
Let's check both of these out and see you right after a demo from Tom.
We've teleported back. Such a nice feature. Michael, what was your favorite of the day that we've seen so far?
I have a really, really distinct favorite.
Okay.
It is the SG,
Yeah,
the Pelham Blue.
the final one.
Definitely,
Yeah.
the way that sounded, it was definitely my favorite.
And well below the 2500
Well
budget.
below, I think it was like
Yeah.
1400 or something.
something
Really
around it,
nice,
yeah.
really nice. And yours?
I think it might have been the Eastman, my first choice. I just really like the color. And also well below budget.
True.
So it goes to show there's a bunch of guitars below 2500
Yeah.
that are still very good.
And this time we actually chose guitars that range all the way from 500 up until 2380 or something was the
Yeah.
Gibson, the Les Paul. So which one is your favorite? That's the choice that you get to make today. Anything you want to add?
I think the biggest winner of today is the Gretsch, because you can buy 5 of them.
That's definitely
Yeah,
true.
which
You can
just
pretty
still
much buy
blows my
5.
mind.
So you
Yeah.
can buy 5 Gretches and start a guitar band.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go. Nice. All right. You get to choose which one is your favorite. Leave it down below in a comment or choose a choice in the poll of the community page of our YouTube.
Yeah.
And see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.